Hello and welcome to Tina McDermott here from Tina's Joyful Kitchen, and today we are going to make raw chocolate raspberry kisses. Yes, chocolate is wonderful for you. It really is. It's great for your heart. It's great for your taste buds. It's great for your brain. It's great for everything. I think chocolate should be a food group, and I'm going to teach you how to make amazing, delightful chocolate that is healthy for you. Yes, I said it. Chocolate that is healthy for you. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with a pot and another pot on top of it. It could be a double boiler. You're going to put a couple inches of water in the bottom pot, and I'm not going to actually use that one. And in this pot, what we're going to do is we're going to either use coconut oil. By the way, coconut oil is antiviral, antimicrobial, antibacterial. Wonderful for you. You should be eating that on a daily basis. Or you could also use cacao butter. This is actually chocolate butter. Okay, you can actually buy it and use the chocolate butter. But today we're going to use the coconut. Now, when we use coconut, it means you have to store these in the freezer. I call it freezer chocolate. If you use the cacao butter, it doesn't have to be stored in the freezer, and the refrigerator is best. Okay. Now we're going to get our coconut oil. And yes, coconut oil is supposed to be hard at room temperature. It's supposed to be hard at room temperature. And we're going to get about a half a cup, 3/4 of a cup. You know, I'm lazy. You know, I don't always measure. I always do things by eye, al occhio in Italian. But it's about 3/4 of a cup of some coconut oil. Yes, I'm fighting with it because it's a little on the hard side and it's a little cold, but it's fine. It's supposed to be. So there we have it. We have our coconut oil. Put that right in there. And in here, this is such a simple recipe. We're going to put a pinch of salt, if I can find salt somewhere in my life. And we're going to put a pinch of salt because you always need a pinch of salt. I know where the salt is. Here it is. Got a little pinch of salt in there. I think I got too big of a pinch, but that's okay. In here, we're going to put cacao powder, and you can get a Hershey's cacao powder. This one is called Shiloh Farm that I got from the store, and you're going to put 2 tablespoons of cacao powder. There's nothing terrible in cacao powder. There's no sugar in here, and that's the beauty of it. They're 2 heaping tablespoons, and I just leave the tablespoon measure right in there because I use it all the time. Okay, so we've got our cacao. Next, and that's it. Those are the 3 simple ingredients. That's all you need. You could heat these up, stir them up, and away you go. But if you want to get a little fancy-dancy with this, you can put a little vanilla. So we're going to put just maybe a teaspoon of some bourbon, organic vanilla extract, and it is Madagascar bourbon. Lovely, absolutely lovely. And if you want to get this a little sweeter, you can use, this is stevia syrup, maple flavored. There's no, it's not going to raise your blood sugar level, so you can put a little bit of this in there. Or you can put monk fruit powdered sugar to get a little sweetness in there without the glycemic buzz. Okay, it's not going to raise your blood sugar. And if you want, you could also use maybe a little bit of maple syrup, but obviously I chose the confectioner's sugar monk fruit. Monk fruit is a fruit derived from a fruit, literally, that is sweet, but it doesn't elevate your blood sugar levels. The other thing, if you want to get razzy-dazzy about this, you can get some peanut butter or almond butter, make sure it's organic, and throw a big old tablespoon in there. Use your imagination, okay? Use your imagination. What do you like in your chocolate? I personally love chocolate and peanut butter. They should marry each other. I think Reese's said that. Okay, so there we have it. And now I'm going to go and melt this on the stovetop, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have all of the chocolate and peanut butter and cocoa powder, everything, just all heated up and melted together. So what I'm going to do to make it an easy to pour into my molds, and I'm going to put it into this glass container, okay, that has a little lip on it. Now, can you do it right from here if you don't have something with a lip? Yeah, just get a little messier, just a little messier, just be a little careful, okay? And we're going to get all that chocolate goodness out with a silicone spoon because we love chocolate. Put that aside. And now what I want you to get are silicone molds. You can get heart-shaped ones, you can get star-shaped ones, you can get bug, butterfly, snail, all different kinds of shaped ones, and pour them in these molds. Now, if you don't have a mold, don't you worry at all about it. You get a little casserole dish, you put some parchment paper on the bottom, and just pour it in. Pour it in and put raspberries and any toppings you want. Put it in the freezer and then chop it up later. You don't have to have a mold, okay? Remember, I want you to be joyful and not stressed out that you don't have molds. You don't need all of this stuff. You just need coconut oil, cacao powder, and a little pinch of salt, and you've got some chocolate, okay? Now, here we go. I'm gonna start pouring them into, let's do the heart molds first. Let's do the heart molds first. And there we go. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Oops, I overfilled that one, but that's okay. Doesn't matter, it's all chocolate. Oops, overfilled that one too. Oh, and I always set this on a cookie tray to put in the freezer because the molds are a little difficult when you pick them up. You don't want to just pick that up, it'll go all over the place. So always set it on a cookie tray, okay? We're not done. We're gonna add more stuff to these in just a moment. Don't fill them up too much because we're gonna have some add-ins, okay? Don't fill them up too much. Look at that luscious chocolate going in there. Ugh, these are amazing. I love them. I keep them in the freezer. And you know, after a meal, you want something sweet, but you don't, you know, you want to eat something that's good for you too. And this chocolate is good for you, okay? So you can have this chocolate after a meal. Just not all of them. Just not all of them at once. Okay, there we go. I'm just moving the chocolate from the sides right into the molds. And if it's on the side, it doesn't matter. It'll all freeze. You'll be able to pop that right in your mouth when it solidifies. So next, let's do some add-ins. I promised you some raspberry kisses. So I'm going to get some beautiful, fresh, red, organic raspberries. Okay, raspberries are wonderful for your heart. That's why this is awesome for Valentine's Day. And you're going to just plop a raspberry. That one drowned in the chocolate. And there we go. We're just going to plop the raspberry right in there and we'll have our raspberry kisses. These overflowed a little, but that's okay. It's all chocolate. It's all good for you. Now, if you don't want to put raspberries in there, maybe you want to put some almonds. These are some Marcona almonds. They're from Spain. And just, oh, who doesn't love chocolate with an almond in it? I love chocolate with an almond in it. I get so excited just thinking about it. Can you tell? Those have raspberries and almonds in them. Here we go. And we're just going to plop them in. But what if you don't want almonds? What if you want pecans? So put a couple pecans in there. These are all your little add-ins. And what about coconut? You can do shredded coconut. Do not get the sweetened coconut. Coconut is sweet unto itself. It is God-made sweet. So you don't need sweet. You can just do unsweetened coconut. You can put coconut in here. So there we have it. I'm going to put this right in the freezer. I made some earlier, so I'm going to show you the finished product. You ready? Okay, let's put those, well, put those right in the freezer. What I'll do in about an hour, I'll take them out of the freezer and pop them out of the molds and put them into plastic baggies or sealed containers. And anytime I want a raw chocolate raspberry kiss, I just have to go into the freezer and pop them out. So here we have it, our finished product. See how the raspberry stuck out of that one? Some of the almonds stuck out of that one. Look how fun they are. Look how fun they are. All right. I hope that you decide to make this wonderful raw chocolate raspberry kisses for yourself, for your loved ones, for your friends, and have an amazing, amazing February and Heart Health Month and Valentine's Day. Thank you so much.